Fantastic Four. Not the good version that we'd all wanted to watch. We are reviewing the one from 2015 that is a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. Can I read you a quote?
No, please do.
A poorly constructed, ineptly executed, flat-footed piece of branded product that plays as though it was written by a piece of software fed every superhero movie script to date and instructed to synthesize them.
They've also left out, it's an hour and 41 minutes that you'll never get back. And I watched it twice.
Some movies are so bad, they're still bad, but maybe also brilliant? Join Nathan, Christo, and Big Trev as they dive headfirst into the cinematic dumpster to unearth the worst-rated films of all time. From forgotten flops to cult catastrophes, they bravely ask the question, is it really that bad? Or is it worth another watch?
Trev, to kick things off, at what point in the first watch, way back when it came out, did you walk out?
When it was a year later, like they all went to that forbidden planet.
Okay. But basically, at that stage, you're 90% of the way through the movie the way it ends anyway, so you should have just stuck around.
Yeah. There was a time zone outside, so I went there.
Let's go right from the beginning. Fantastic Four, the attempted rebooting, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
So obviously, a little known fact is Fox had the original rights to Fantastic Four, and they had 7 years to make a film, or they'd lose the rights.
7.
Basically back to Marvel. Yeah, so obviously the first franchise was made 7 years earlier. So obviously this came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Late 2012, they were like, shit, we're going to lose the rights. We need to make a film. And then so they just started rushing it together.
And you could tell it was rushed.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty doomed from the beginning. Much like Superman, the last movie we did, budget cuts instantly.
Yeah.
They cut $30 million off the budget. There was all sorts of issues with the director around the script. They had 2 different teams come and go for the script.
Oh, really?
He always wanted to make a darker version of a superhero movie.
And it is.
Well, not as much as he wanted. I think the studio wanted a much more Avenger-style film, and he wanted to make much more a blood and guts, almost horror sort of style.
You could see what they were going for. You could see what it was supposed to be, and it visually looked okay. Some of the special effects are a bit average, but visually it looked pretty good.
Well, for the first 15 to 20 minutes, it looked like a really good film. And you had people like Michael B. Jordan, you had Miles Teller, Jamie Bell, and the guy that played Dr. Doom, Toby Kebbell, who's in one of my favourite movies called The Veteran and Rock and Roller. And you thought, okay, this is going to be all right. But then it came out and you're going, nah, this is absolute poop.
They obviously put together the cast because they knew, okay, we're going to rebuild this franchise. They go back to an origin story. They completely start again. Yeah. We're going to get, Miles Teller had just come off Whiplash. Yeah. He'd already sort of built himself as a name. Everyone else had been busy. Kate Mara had done heaps of stuff. Michael B. Jordan had done a few good things. And, he did the film with the director, Josh Trank, just before this. So he was always picked as playing this person, this character. So they put this amazing cast together going, great, we have a franchise that we're going to build here. And then they made the film and went, well, that was fun while it lasted. There's one, done.
Did you notice when you rewatched it how Kate's hair changed?
You can actually see it pretty much. I think it's like 18 minutes into the film you can see the first one. So the reason why is they filmed the whole film without a third act. They didn't have the ending done. They didn't have it decided. So then they went away. They didn't like the director's version. So they basically went back to the drawing board, started rewriting different parts, started having him come back in. And then they went, okay, we've got to reshoot all these things. Her hair had changed. At this stage, Miles Teller had started filming War Dogs. So he was all tanned from his character being in that. So they had to put makeup in to make him look less tan. There's scenes when he's got a beard and he doesn't have a beard. It's just all over the place. A dumpster fire of continuity for that film.
So let's start. It opens in 2007, which is actually after the previous 2 movies was made. So we're supposed to completely forget the Jessica Alba franchise. That's gone. All right. So they're now starting the timeline when the current Fantastic Four was in school and Dan Castellaneta, the voice of Homer Simpson, is the terrible teacher.
Oh my
know you're in trouble
God. I
there.
didn't even put that together. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the teacher right at the start is
Yeah,
Homer.
It's Homer. Oh my God. I didn't even click.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be the first person to teleport himself.
Even if you could build it,
I've already built it.
is it next to your flying car?
And the thing as well is the Thing's catchphrase, it's clobbering time.
Oh my God.
Did you pick up that this is in like the second scene with his brother? So his brother goes to
Yes.
hit him and he says
And
it's
he goes,
clobbering
"It's
time.
clobbering time."
Hey, clobbering time.
So it's from childhood trauma.
So, and fun fact, that actor is Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. I actually got that from watching it again tonight. My wife picked that part up. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I dare say, now rapper.
Now, Jamaica man.
Yeah,
These
that
Jamaican
too.
rap styles.
Did anybody else pick up on the fact that they made 2007 look like it was 1983? Like,
Yes.
2007, I don't remember it looking that old.
Yes.
Have you ever seen see a movie October Sky with Tobey Maguire when he builds the rockets?
Yeah.
It looks like it was set then.
Yeah.
Like in the 40s. It was just like this weird set back in the day in the school, and then they sort of go to the junkyard and it's kind of 2007.
Yeah, but then when they went into the garage to look at all the thing that Reed has built, that looked like the Back to the Future garage from like
Yes.
1956.
Yeah, it looked like it was
1955.
dated back to then.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was one of the notes that I made was like, I don't remember 2007 looking that much like 1983.
Yeah.
But everything happened in so little time. That's what I absolutely hated about this movie.
Well, this
Yes.
was what I'm going. They've got the
Yeah.
2007 that looks like 1983, and then you jump you jump 7 years ahead.
Yes, 7 years ahead. And they were in high school and they were in a gym doing the science project.
And there's so many questions about that scene too. Like he looks like a grown man
Yes.
standing next to a child in a science fair.
How tall is he? Is he like over 6 foot? Because he looks so bloody tall. Miles Teller.
Well, they make Tom Cruise look tall, so I don't know.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how tall is Miles Teller? 1.83 meters.
So,
So
Okay,
just
fine.
over
So-
6 foot.
but then he does this science experiment. You know, Castellaneta tells him, "No, you're out. You're disqualified."
Yes.
And then these two random people just turn up out of nowhere and say, "We're going to give you a full scholarship." Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where does that all come from?
I'm sorry, we're from the Baxter Foundation. This is my daughter, Sue.
Hi.
We'd like to give you a full scholarship.
I'll come to the university. Okay, cool. We'll come with you.
No questions asked.
No.
Yeah. Next scene, we're at the Baxter University
Yeah.
or the Baxter building.
And Grimm takes his bags up, old mate's bags up to the university and then leaves.
Yeah.
And that's the last time you see him. I'm going, okay.
But I was confused because I thought they both got
Yep.
the scholarship.
yeah. That's
Megan
what I
said the
thought.
same thing. Oh, how's he just riding off his coat's tail? And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden he
that's-
just goes, "See you later, pal."
Here's your bag. You're supposed to be here. And then the next scene is him walking through the halls, checking out the notice board, and Jamie Bell's gone back to the junkyard.
So at the 17-minute mark, that's where we meet Victor Von Doom.
Oh, my God.
Adolf, as he's called.
Yeah, Adolf. When he said that, when he comes in, he goes, "Hello, Adolf." I was like, what are you doing?
Anybody think that he bore just a little bit of resemblance to Robert Downey Jr.? There's a scene where he's
maybe a
looking in
little.
the window and there's a reflection. I've gone, oh, it looks a bit like Robert Downey
Yes.
Jr. because
Yeah.
that's who's playing him next.
And he's got an English accent too. So he exact, and so is Jamie Bell. Both of them are English, and their accents were spot on, I reckon. Victor Von Doom's supposed to be like this smart dude, and he's playing video games.
Both of you are, well, Trev, you're more of a comic book
Yeah.
fan, I think, but Nathan, you love your superhero movies. What do you think of Victor Von Doom in this movie? Because this is supposed to be like a major
he's huge.
character in the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah.
Universe, right?
It's almost a nothing character. He comes in, he's in 2 or 3 scenes of no context, and then they go to this faraway planet, and then he's gone, and
Yes.
then he comes back at the end for a fight scene
Yeah,
that has no depth or anything, and then it's done. Like his character's
Yeah.
almost like, what?
Why are you
what's the
here?
character? It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was almost a waste of a character.
They were better off just chucking some random dude and not having Doom in there. Just a random
Yeah.
dude that's calling something else.
The questions are then though: was there more depth to that character in the original cuts and
Yeah.
because we don't see anything from him. We sort of don't see his character development. To be fair, we don't see character development for any of the characters throughout the film, and that's obviously one of the biggest flaw points. Is we just did Superman 4, and we talked about there's no build up of scenes. This is worse in that sense.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no setup. There's a family aspect that's never talked about. No. I think the only scene that has any depth of development is when they're all first working at the lab together, all the characters, and you sort of see them doing their things,
interacting.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
You see a bit of a connection with Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm, and then old mate Victor gets jealous looking through a window.
But this is one of the things that I found really irritating about this movie is that they kept having to try and explain what the plot is.
Yeah.
And they did it over and over again. And they did it where just before they went to the 26-minute mark montage where they had to progress the story along, just before that they explained what it was. Another tale about saving the planet and reversing the damage. That's all this movie was about.
It's too late, Susan. The Earth is dying. Humanity had its chance.
And they said it so many times throughout this flick. It was just like, okay, I get it. I get the point of what you're trying to do. You're trying to save the planet. Great. Good. Move it along.
It was a dark and stormy night. These guys were watching the worst movies of all time to find out if it was worth another watch.
Can we just go to the first time they go to the planet?
Oh my God, the first time they went to the planet, I was trying to skip that whole thing.
Or the void, or what was it? Is it another planet or is it another dimension?
I think that was going like another dimension. It was just so bad. They all just jumped in there after a few drinks. Yeah, let's do it.
What about the fact that we go from initially they thought it was sand from China?
Yes.
We're in a completely new dimension.
Yeah,
Dude.
just by the discovery of somebody else going, oh, I've got the same as you. Yeah. Maybe it's not from China. Maybe it's another dimension.
When she picks up that vial and goes, this may look familiar. I've got the same sand as you. Oh, yes, it looks exactly the same without testing it.
We found the same thing you did. We've had it analyzed repeatedly, but no one's ever seen anything like it.
Oh, wow.
I felt like there was a scriptwriter was on the side going, tick, we did it. We've done that scene. That's great. We've moved the plot along right there. Well done. Yay.
Yeah, let's all get a drink and forget about everybody else.
So there was the 26-minute montage to move the story along.
Yeah.
The 26-minute, not in length, but at the 26-minute mark, there was a montage to move the story along, to show that they're all working together as a team. They're building this thing before they're about to get drunk and go to the void or whatever it was.
And the whole thing is Johnny Storm's like a smart guy, but racing cars, and he crashes his car and, oh, you come work for me to get your car back. Okay, cool. And then he just happily went, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I understand there needed to be that character arc of introducing him into the group, but that's the way they're going to go, like a cheesy Fast and the Furious style of scene. And there's absolutely no context for him moving in apart from you need to come work with my dad.
No, remember when he said, oh, you're good at fixing things. Yeah, I built that car from scratch. Okay. Oh, that's where you come into it.
Yeah.
And that car blew up.
Yeah, that car blew up.
So tell me, did you have the plot completely figured out when they lost Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
We know who the bad guy is now, don't we?
Well, there's that storyline. We know where that's going now.
The whole thing is with that, they sent the monkey first, and he was all nice and comfortable. And then when they all went over there and they put the flag down, it cracked open. You'd think, okay, this is cracked open. This ground's not that stable. Let's get out of here. Oh no, that's where the energy source is. Let's go down there and have a look and get closer to it. Okay, cool. And they had their backpacks on, and then when they were all running back to get back into that transporter, they all just fit nice and snug in there.
I've seen Dora with the backpack have better adventures.
Yes. But I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm going to try and figure out how do they get all their powers. The whole thing is Sue's back in the lab. I thought she was supposed to be in the planet to get her powers as well. So they had to write that in there as well. Ben Grimm couldn't lock the door. He could lock it before, but he couldn't lock it before. Yeah. And then all the rocks came in. Okay. Johnny Storm, the whole thing burst into flames. That's where he gets his.
Yeah.
I don't know how Miles gets his.
But how was it explained in other Fantastic Four movies?
I'm just trying to figure out because it was so long ago.
Nathan, can you remember what it was like in the other ones?
So I'd never seen any of the Fantastic Four movies. So, fun fact, I never really was a superhero fan until probably the Avengers.
Okay.
To a point where I didn't know anything about the Avengers either. But now obviously I've seen them all, understand them all. But was the point of Richard Reed's character Stretchy? There's a part in the film he's like reaching out for somebody, so he's sort of stretching to reach Ben. Is that sort of where his power comes in?
Yeah, his legs are caught underneath a piece of metal, and he's crawling to go get Ben, and Ben's in this massive rubble of rock. So he's thinking he's stuck under all that, but he is the rubble of rock. And then he turns around, looks at his legs, and he's like 10 meters down, and his legs are all stretched out, and then he faints.
And now I'm going to be honest. I fell asleep around this point in the first, so I end up having to then go back and rewatch part to get the rest of the story. But at what point did he just alienate the group and leave?
Yeah, just leaves. And I think the problem is that when we finally do catch back up to him, this has been this huge gap in time.
Yeah.
But no explanation, no nothing. They've all just sort of moved on and he's still on the lam. There's no explanation. It's, again, one of those real big flaws of the story is, well, what happened to these people? What's happened and how much time has passed?
That's the one thing. He leaves and gets out, and then the guy in charge walks over to the thing, says, Reed's left you, and he's not coming back. You could work for us. And he goes, yeah, cool, I'll do that.
Where is Reed?
Reed's gone. Your friend isn't coming back. We can help you, Ben. But you need to help us, too.
What do you want me to do?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back and see my family and work on cars. I'm a rock now. I'm coming to work for you.
And I'm never going to wear pants, ever.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hated, that he didn't have pants on that whole film.
Also, I've never understood why the rest of the characters can transform back to human form, but he stays as a rock.
Yeah, he stays with a rock.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions, and I don't know whether anybody else thinks of these kind of things. He's a rock. He's got no pants. There is no boulder-looking penis. There's no butt. There's no what's he eating?
Nothing.
What's he digesting? Where does it go? Does it just seep out through the rock?
I reckon it would just seep out of the rock, wouldn't it?
Does he eat?
Would you eat?
I can't remember if he does eat.
He's not technically human anymore. He's rock.
Well, in the new Fantastic Four, in the new one, he eats because he's cooking in the kitchen.
Yes,
but
he does. Yeah.
There was no junk.
He's rock
I think
hard.
that's why in the other ones they wear pants, because he has junk.
You missed the joke. That was really good.
Oh, what did he say?
He said he was rock hard.
Don't entertain him.
Thanks, Christo.
Thanks, Christo.
How much time alone did Reed spend in the jungle going, well, everything's stretchy?
How big can I get it?
Every guy's going to test its length.
I like how he put a suit together to help him stop stretching. It was just a whole bunch of slinkies wrapped around his arm. Yeah. And then when they took him off, he just stretched out. It just all went, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one thing. It took him around about 2, maybe 3 minutes to find him. For a year, he's been on the run.
Yeah, been on the run for a year.
Finds him.
Found him in a second.
I timed it. I was sitting going, okay, cool. This is what's going on here. The whole thing is, when there was no character building, they jumped like 5 quests, like side quests along the way, and they found him in the forest. They had one little fight scene. Grim headbutts him, knocks him out. That's it.
By the way, getting headbutted by a person that is a rock, death.
Yeah.
Instant death. Like, you would crack your skull, that'd be game over. See you later.
But he's Mr. Fantastic, so how did that hurt him?
Again, absolute another flaw of this plot movie.
In a world of rewatch podcasts, this is the Don't Rewatch podcast. Worth another watch.
I think a really good point to make on the storyline around, especially Michael B. Jordan, is Storm had always been a white character.
Yeah, that's the one.
So when they announced that it was going to be a black actor playing it, the backlash was pretty massive.
Huge. Yeah, it was
we know
huge.
how much comic book fans like change.
Yeah.
So there was a huge...
They love it.
A huge backlash, obviously, when he was announced. And from the research I did, Michael B. Jordan was always picked to play this character.
Yeah.
They had some other characters in mind to play them, but at the end of the day, it was always him. You know, Liam Hemsworth was originally one of the actors that they had auditioned if Michael B. Jordan fell through.
That's way tall.
Yeah, with Dave Franco. So they were the two main guys who they thought, but they always wanted Michael B. Jordan because he had worked with the director on a previous film that obviously got the director of this film. So perfect time. But the storyline, okay, yep, she's adopted. Great.
That's when they were doing that love interest thing and old mate Victor's being creepy at the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She mentioned she's adopted from Kosovo. And that was it.
That was kind of it. We don't really ever touch on that again.
So they eventually send men back into the other dimension. They shockingly come across Dr. Doom. Shockingly, with all his power, they manage to arrest him and bring him back to Earth through the machine without any, kind of problems.
He was limping too.
He was limping.
He had a limp. Yeah.
Gets back to Earth, has a rest, gets angry, fires up, blows up the place, kills people.
Yeah, but making everybody's head explode, his heads. Yes.
His head's exploding.
And
That's
everybody's
the dark
head.
side that the old mate wanted as this film.
Now, I wonder whether the director sat there and said, you can have your soppy storylines, you can have your bullshit plot and whatever, but I want to blow up one face.
Give me those head explosions, you bastard.
And I don't want to see it properly, but I just want enough of a splatter on a mask to know that his head exploded.
Yeah, it was like Scanners. Remember that movie Scanners? Yeah.
So, no plot spoiler here, but the dad dies, courtesy of Victor Von Doom, which then spurs everybody into action. And
not really.
What about also the fact that Von Doom just kills this guy who's like his mentor, brings him back and like doesn't even think about it, just kills him.
Yeah, it just kills him straight away.
Yeah.
And then the emotion that comes from Johnny and Sue is not much at all.
I said this last episode, but I've had more emotional pisses than that scene. Seriously.
It was terrible.
And if I may direct you to the final breath of the father.
Promise me. Look after each other.
Fuck.
That's like that like daytime soap opera.
Yeah.
That's that scene where you expect that to be in, not a movie of this stature.
And then when they get to the planet and follow Doom, bloody Reed Richards transporters making a black hole and going to destroy the Earth. And then they all attack him one after the other. And one after the other, they get taken out. And then old mate gets the slinkies ripped off his arms. He falls apart. And then there's that big stage. I think I counted like 2 minutes where they all went, we got to work as a team. And then bang. And I never watched this end bit because the first time I walked out, I was playing 10-pin bowling.
Well, Christo, you said it well today. You said they literally tell you how it's going to end.
The whole movie is explained. So, like, at one point they go, we've got to do this because this is going to do this to this and this.
Pulling everything into the other dimension. The matter from Earth is being converted to energy. We need to stop Victor. He's the source.
A good script shouldn't have to say, we're doing this to do this, to do this, to do this, and then we're going to get him.
Yeah, but it does.
Yes. Nathan.
Yes.
I want to ask you what your favourite scene was in the movie.
You know what? I think my favourite scene is the very end scene when they're all sending it together and they're coming up with the name of what they should be called.
Oh, my God. That was the worst bit, dude. What are you talking about?
I think that the four of us should have a name.
Why would we need a name?
Because we're a team now, and there's four of us, so we should come up with a name for it. Come a long way since the garage.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Guys, I got it.
Because that's like the only... there's no other good scenes. I just think the whole film was just a struggle across the line of just anything good.
No, when they're in the garage, the 1954 garage, and he blows up with the converter and blows it up for the first time, I really enjoyed that bit. But that end scene where they're trying to figure out their name, that was terrible, dude. What are you talking about?
Nah, that was I like that. Oh, that was good. I'll take that.
It's fantastic. I've just thought of the name.
Just thought of the name.
Listen to this guy, and then bang, Fantastic Four comes up.
You know what, though? Now that I think about it, maybe it was my favourite scene because it was the last one.
I actually sat there and I'm going, please don't have a post-credit scene. Please don't, because what are you going to do?
Did it have a post-credit scene?
Did they have
No.
one? I didn't watch it.
I went through it. There's no post-credit scene.
As soon as it ended.
And maybe they did, and then when they actually saw the movie, went, this is not going to go anywhere. We're not going to do anything with this.
Josh Trank, the director, the day before release, tweeted, "A year ago, I had a fantastic version of this, and it would have received great reviews. You'll probably never see it. That's reality, though."
No. Oh. Release the Trank cut.
Yeah, that became a hashtag like the Schneider cut. So,
oh, really?
I read a couple of forums and I was doing a little bit of research around superhero movies. Fans will disregard any critics' reviews of the film.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as anybody attached to a film has any negative things to say about it, they'll turn away.
Yeah.
So this obviously didn't help. It was a flop. I think it did $168 million at the box office.
What was the budget?
Well, it was originally it was 150. Then they took 30, so it cost 120 million to make. So they basically lost money making this movie.
Do you have any other stats there? Because I know you do a lot of research.
Not so much stats on the film. Obviously, one of the biggest ones is they cut 30 to 40 minutes from the original cut. So I think this ran at about an hour 40, I think. So they took basically half hour off. So it was, a 2 hour 15 movie probably in the end. They took a fair bit of it off. Miles Teller obviously was cast as Reed Richards. There was two probably other big names who had auditioned. I think it's Kit Harington.
Oh, wow.
Was Jon Snow, and Richard Madden, who was also from Game of Thrones. I know him from a TV show called Bodyguard. He was really good in that. Sue Storm, Kate Mara. Now, she was a big actress before this film, and she didn't really do too much, obviously, afterwards.
No.
But,
I like to remember her as when she was in Shooter. She played
with Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg's wife.
Yeah. So two big names originally auditioned for her role. Brie Larson, who went on to play Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And Margot Robbie.
Really?
A very young Margot Robbie. Touched on the Michael B. Jordan stuff before. And then the Thing, Jamie Bell's character, obviously we know him from Billy Elliot as a kid. There was
Jumper. Remember Jumper?
Jumper, yeah, but Billy Elliot. There's only one real name that I could see, and it would have been really different. Josh Gad was one of the original theories behind him, and that was to give some...
Who's Josh Gad?
Olaf
from Frozen. Yeah, Josh Gad's a bigger guy. He's been in a few things.
Oh, the guy with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so that was kind of the main guys who auditioned for those films and who got them. But yeah, some pretty crazy what ifs if those people had have got those parts.
But when he called, I had to ask, was it worth another watch?
Can I read you some of the reviews?
Oh, please.
Yes, go for it.
I love the reviews. And look, we get these from Rotten Tomatoes because they are like they've got all the reviews, all the lists and stuff like that. Fantastic Four is a profound mess. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's far from action-packed. And it's most certainly not fantastic.
That's a good one.
A lightweight and basically unnecessary attempt to once again bring some cinematic life to one of the lesser teams in the Marvel Universe.
Rough.
I don't know whether I agree with that. I quite like the Fantastic Four. I just don't think they've gotten it right yet, and I haven't seen the new one yet. Trust me when I say this, reading about the movie is a lot more fun than watching it.
That's actually a really good review. They even had a video game lined up, Trev. I know you love your video games.
Oh, really?
They had a series ready to go, video game, and then nothing.
Yeah, it's shit.
Nathan, any last moments? Do you have anything else to add?
I don't regret the decision to watch shitty movies. It's becoming very hard to watch these shitty movies, isn't it?
Oh my God, isn't it?
Oh, look, I think what we're going to do is we're going to uncover a movie that is so bad that we actually do like it. I can see it coming.
Yeah. This was not it.
No. For me, one of the big things about these movies is I love to see what happens for the careers of these actors post these movies.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the last episode we talked about Superman. It was basically the end of most of their careers.
Yeah.
Like, really good to say that this movie didn't stunt anyone's career. I think Miles Teller's and Michael B. Jordan have just gone to the moon after this. So
yeah, they're huge.
I think this movie has proven that you can make an absolute stinker but still have a really good career afterwards.
Well, it's like what's his name? Chris Evans. He was in the other Fantastic Four, and then they thought, okay, he's killed that. He won't be able to back in there, and then boom, he's Captain America.
He almost turned down Captain America because of his experience in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but then he
comes back Deadpool as the character from Fantastic Four.
And it was brilliant.
Okay, so if we're compiling a top 10, is this number 1 at the moment, and Superman number 2, or Superman number 4 number 2?
Superman number 4 would be number 1.
Look, I could watch this again if I needed to.
Yeah.
Superman 4, I'm jumping through the window.
Yes.
And trying to fly.
Yeah,
I'm the same, and I didn't even watch Superman 4.
Oh, yeah, we forgot you didn't even watch that movie.
Yeah. All right. So, worth another watch?
This? No.
Yeah, no?
No. Go watch the new one in cinemas.
It's only worth another watch if you only have Superman 4 and this movie.
Okay. Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Please rewind this cassette before returning it to your video library.